16-year-old shot by her online friend because she stopped talking to him. 17-year-old blazed to death by stalker in the name of love. Another 17-year-old stalked 3 times and attacked with a hammer for not responding to stalker. Scary, right? These are just a few incidents that have been reported over the last few months. A report by the National Crime Records Bureau, the NCRB, showed that more than 9,000 cases of stalking have been recorded in 2021. This is almost 1,000 cases higher than what was recorded the previous year. From 2019 to 2020, there was only a 4.2% drop in the number of stalking cases. Back in 2018, the NCRB data showed that at least one stalking case is registered every 55 minutes in India. At the state level, Maharashtra reported the maximum number of cases with more than 2,000 cases in 2021. Among cities, Mumbai had the highest number of victims at 444. Delhi reported almost 270 victims and Hyderabad reported almost 160 victims. A total of almost 1,500 cases have been reported from all the major cities put together. Just last month, a minor in Dumka, Jharkhand, was brutally murdered by a stalker. The 17-year-old student was set ablaze in her own home when her stalker threw petrol on her from a window at dawn because she refused to befriend him. In the name of love, the stalker resorted to violence. After fighting for her life for 5 days, she succumbed to her injuries. Now, the word stalking is very commonly used in India. According to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, stalking is an act of pursuing someone obsessively and aggressively to the point of harassment. This includes repeatedly following a person, watching them or trying to spy on them. Stalkers are mostly people who feel entitled to get whatever they want. So when they face rejection, it triggers multiple reactions in them, starting from how dare they reject me to abhi sabak sikhata hu. And in some cases, unfortunately, it ends in violence. What makes it worse is that cinema has glorified and romanticized the idea of stalking. Jab tak haan na bole, piche padte raho is the motto of most Bollywood movies. Some movies have instilled the ideas that chasing someone, breaching their privacy, threatening them, or even emotionally blackmailing them, these are all part of big romantic gestures that will eventually get their person of interest to give in and reciprocate the love. We might watch these scenes in movies and think, what a bunch of problematic crap. But films reach a lot of impressionable minds. For instance, a 32-year-old Indian man in Australia who was accused of stalking 2 women escaped conviction after a court considered that he was wrongly influenced by Bollywood movies. Another aspect of stalking that needs to be addressed is cyber stalking. At a time when we're all living and breathing in the digital space, almost every person can be a victim of cyber stalking. It is the misuse of social engagement platforms to chase after people. Take your emails, SMS, phone calls, and the most common one being social media platforms. Stalkers can easily access the victim's pictures, address, contacts, and even whereabouts and use these to threaten, blackmail the victim. The number of cyber stalking cases shot up during the pandemic. In 2020, Maharashtra reported the highest number of cyber stalking and bullying incidents against women and children, with nearly 400 cases registered against the authorities. Andhra Pradesh and Telangana followed with 145 and 100 cases respectively. The same year saw total 872 cases of such offences in the country. NCRB data also shows that cyber stalking rose by more than 150 cases from 2018 to 2020. For a long time, there were no clear laws in India against stalking. It would fall under the umbrella of sexual harassment. It was the Criminal Law Amendment Act of 2013 that recognized stalking as a crime under Section 348D of the Indian Penal Code. In the event of first arrest under this section, the criminal is arrested for a term of 3 years, however bailable. In the second arrest, the punishment will come with a fine and imprisonment for 5 years. The second offence, however, is unbailable. A criminal lawyer can be hired to take legal action against stalking. However, Section 66A of the IT Act 2000 states that any individual who uses the internet to assault, threaten, offend, or cause nuisance or harm to the receiver shall be punished for a period of up to 3 years with a fine. In case of stalking, you can lodge a complaint against the stalker by going directly to the nearest police station. You can also complain on online grievance redressal forums or reach out to the National Commission for Women if a female victim is not comfortable in going to the police. Though there are some definitive laws against stalking right now, the drawback is that there are too many loopholes. There's no exclusive machinery to deal with these cases, no swift action against the offender, and there is fear instilled in the victim's mind about registering a complaint due to lack of sensitivity and empathy towards the victim. Another issue is that for most people, the line of offense is not clear. When an interest or curiosity turns into obsession, when a person turns into a stalker, and when a victim realizes a shift in behavior, the line is not clear. This confusion stems from the fact that stalking as a concept has been normalized, and the word is so loosely used. We have romanticized the idea of even having a stalker. Another aspect of stalking that's gone wrong is the notion that it's always the female who's a victim. Though there have been more cases of stalking registered against women, it's important to not write off men who are being stalked as well. Now the worst has already happened. Victims have been brutally attacked and murdered. This after most of them have already raised complaints with the police, but no action has been taken. It is 2022, and every now and then we keep witnessing case after case on stalking. It's high time we wake up, take this as a wake-up call, cases be dealt with more seriously, laws be made more stringent, and quicker action be taken.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.